Hi, my name's Melanie from mypilatescornwall.co.uk. I just want to go through one little exercise with you. If you grab hold of a broom handle, take the bottom off or clean it if it's not too dirty and dusty. And we're going to do in Pilates what is called swimming in the box position, but is also known as Superman. You might know it as something completely different. We're going to start in the box position. So we're going to be on all fours, the knees to hip bone distance sent underneath your hips, and your hands are underneath your shoulders. So you've got a 90-degree angle throughout. Feet resting on the floor. Take your little broom handle, I've got this in B&Q, nice and cheap, and place it on your back. So it should be resting at 3 points of contact with your spine and with your skull. Okay, so back of the head and your thoracic spine, round about, ladies, where your bra line is, guys, where the heart line is. Lovely. And the third point of contact is your sacrum, your just below, just where your tailbone is, just about where your coccyx is. So nicely balanced and 3 points of contact. Now you've got to move. The abdominals are braced, obliques will be switched on. We'll start with the arm, taking it forward and lifting it up without rolling, rocking and rolling in the spine or in the pelvis. Slowly bringing it back down, changing sides. Changing sides is the most difficult bit because you're shifting the weight from side to side. So the slower you go, the better. Now I'm aiming to hold the position for about 10 seconds and then slowly lowering it down. And I'm aiming for 10 on each side. Okay, making it a little bit trickier. Taking the leg back, lifting it off the floor. Oh, my wall's in the way. I went too high and my pelvis tilts. So if you lift the leg too high, the pelvis is going to lift, the hip's going to lift, you'll twist the pelvis, the spinal twist, you'll lose your position, you'll lose the neutral position and the alignment that you're looking for. So the balance of the muscles in the body will compensate. You'll lose that little broom handle. Getting it back on in alignment, the back of the head, middle of the thoracic spine and the tailbone. And then off you go again on the other side. You might find one side is easier than the other. Ha 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 ha! You can see it's quite tricky. Lifting my pelvis up too high, lifting my leg up too high. So I see some people in class doing this. Yeah, thinking it's all about the height. Taking the leg up, lifting the head, causing compression in the neck, causing compression in your lumbar spine. It's all about the length of the leg, keeping the spine long. And this really helps you think about how you should be positioned, because when you're down here you can't see what your back is doing. You haven't got anyone to help you and to watch you, or they're not sure what they're looking for. A little post like this will be your best friend. So give it a try. It's very tricky, and if you want to really go for it, combine the arm and the leg at the same time. This is also known as Superman. Arm and leg comes out at the same time, floats off the floor at the same time. But again, if you've got one hip that's tighter than the other, and most people do, they might have a pelvis that's slightly lifted on one side and not realising it. The hips will twist, and as they lift, the hips will lift and the pelvis will twist, the broom handle falls off. Okay, so then you'll know, as you saw that when I did it just then, that you're going too high with the leg, you've lost the connection with your centre, everything's twisting and your imbalances start to kick in. Okay, So, if you haven't got a little broom handle, go out and get one. You can get them really cheap from a hardware shop. So I got this from B&Q up the road. Cost me about £1 or something like that. So they're fairly cheap. Or you can just get the end off the broom handle and have a little practice session and just see how slow you need to work it to make sure you get in the right position. And once you get the hang of it and you kind of are aware of where you should be working and how you should be working, you don't need to use that anymore. Okay? Have fun and see you soon.